Hi Steve, chatting tonight after a 2-1 hard-fought victory over Rushall Olympic. Again, another battling performance.
Yeah, it was, and it's nice that we're doing it in front of our own fans. I was disappointed last week. Obviously with the situation being that we had a lad sent off after 20 minutes, probably refocused the attention on us being aggrieved and how well we done after the sending off. But we didn't compete early doors, and I said that to the boys previously, and I gave them an example of the Needham game and the Nuneaton game, of examples of when they did play 90 minutes and thoroughly deserved two victories, and I think they replicated it today. The boys to a player, they went about it the right way against a very good team. There's no qualms about that they are a team, and obviously in the playoffs at the moment, they'll do themselves justice in the playoffs if they get themselves in there. But yeah, there's a lot of football to be played. You never know. We might get close, but that is the level. And obviously, if as and when we, sort of hopefully sort of can start chipping away and possibly looking at playoff stuff, they're the teams we've got to catch. So but I think Chris put the stats down as, I think they'd lost 2 games in 16. So that's a shock for them, and a real surprise and a real good positive thing for us.
Yeah, but I think going on those stats, I think looking at our home form recently, I think we're unbeaten in 6 now at home.
Yeah, and that's great, and as I say, we go on about, and I'm sometimes accused of sort of just being a little bit too negative, and we've let ourselves down at home on a few occasions at the start of the season, but this little turnaround is brilliant. The characters being shown on a tough pitch. There's no disrespect to anyone that's involved in the groundsman, but it's had a battering, and it's flat-ish, but it's sort of it isn't the easiest of surfaces to play on, and we've adjusted to that 3 times now, which is really, really pleasing.
Yeah, and I think looking back on this game, it looked like we were going to secure the victory. Then there was like a bit of a scrappy goal conceded, but it was a fantastic strike from Shamari to win it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and I think it's. I'll probably have to keep myself quiet in regards to sort of decisions to try and even things up, and that seemed to be the way it was going. It wouldn't be the first time, but they have got themselves level, and then you thought, well, okay, that's still a reasonable sort of result, and then Shamari has come up with a fantastic strike that's got us the 3 points. He's obviously disappointed that he didn't start the game, I'm sure, but they've sort of all the subs to a player, they all came on. Kai Marsh-Brown, Michael Turner, they all come down and made a real contribution. So the squad is very positive at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that's I think we've said it before. It is that pushing right to the end and not settling for the draw or anything. Just pushing and keeping the effort and work rate going.
Yeah, and there's no sort of tactics sort of involved in that really. We will, and there's an amount of games that we think that we need to get, and that it's a real impossible ask really to get ourselves in the playoffs, because the teams that are in the playoffs at this moment in time have done really, really well, but taking 3 points off and possibly them drawing a couple, you just never know. But it's going to be an unbelievable uphill task, but the only thing we can do week in, week out is put performances in like we've done there, and hopefully get 3 points.
Yeah, and another home tie next Saturday against Redditch.
Yeah, Yep, another one. That's it. You know, that we certainly, you know, just didn't turn up when we went up there, which was, you know, really disappointing. And so, you know, that sort of competitive edge has got to be there yet again. You know, they're coming from an Astro, which is sort of obviously, you know, as good a surface as you're going to get with it being as flat, but you know, this won't. So, you know, a little bit of adjustment from them, and we're a little bit more used to it. So yeah, we'll be on the front foot, and you know, with a bit of luck, I've given them Tuesday night off, so hopefully the wives and girlfriends will be really happy with that as well. And we'll restart on Thursday, and you know, go for it for the remainder of the season.
Nice one. Thanks a lot, Steve.
You're welcome.